You got a minute? Hello, Feral friends. Welcome back to Feral. I'm your host, Savana, Montana. Happy freaking New Year, my feral friends. I hope you had a fabulous holiday. I hope you celebrated the new year with all the people that you love and enjoy and brought in all the vibes into 2026 because it's gonna be a great year. So welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show in the new year. So many exciting things are happening right now, and I'm so happy that you are going to be a part of them. So I'm just gonna give you a little debrief on my week. We went to New York City. New York City was fabulous. We went to Rockefeller Center. We went to the Diamond District. What else did we do? We ate a lot. I ate myself sick, literally. I have to stop eating so much and like making reservations because I don't eat that much at home. But apparently when I'm on a trip, all I do is eat. So we ate a lot. We walked a lot, shopped a lot. Oh, we went to Broadway. We saw The Great Gatsby on Broadway, which was phenomenal. The cast and the voices on that show are just next level. I mean, those people can sing and dance their little hearts out. It was quite the show. I haven't been on Broadway since I was 16 to see a show. So a long time ago, but they did not disappoint. So New York City was super fun. Will and I took his mom and grandmother with us for the holiday, and 'twas a blast. So that's pretty much all I have to update you on. We made it back safe and sound. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, though. It was just a really good trip. It was short, sweet, to the point, all the things that I love, and we flew home, and now we're back in action, baby. On today's episode, we're talking about how resolution burnout is a scam. Everybody's making their plans, their New Year's resolutions. I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that, yada, yada, yada. Usually doesn't work out, but that's okay. If it doesn't, or if it hasn't for you in the past, don't fret. You're not broken. And we're going to talk about how opting out perhaps might be the most disciplined move that you can make in the new year. Most people abandon their New Year's resolutions within 14 to 19 days, meaning by January 14th to January 19th, they've already stopped. They've already quit. They've already given up. And what a shame. What a shame. You go through all this work and all this excitement and you're ready and you're motivated and you're disciplined and you're determined, and then you just shit all over it. Seems like kind of a waste, no? Actually, in fact, 80% of people will fail on their New Year's resolutions by the middle of February. That's an extremely high percentage. I don't know about you, but that seems like we could get that lower. And there are ways to do that. We're going to talk about that today. Before that, I would like to vent a little bit, rant a little bit, because, I just can't help myself. The gym. You guys know exactly who I'm talking about, and some of you are listening to the show, and you are the avatar that I am talking about. And forgive me, God forgive me, followers, listeners, the people that this is you, I'm sorry in advance, but the people who I'm going to work out tomorrow, the first day of the year, or Monday. Oh my gosh, I would appreciate you so much more if you were there year round with us. And I'd be like, you know what, homie, let's go. And I'm down to motivate you, and I want to see you win, and I want to see you get your body in shape and all the things. But this is like my biggest pet peeve, because every year the gym is swamped, and statistically it will be slammed for the next 3 to 6 weeks, like unbelievably slammed. It's just not, there's nothing that I can do about it. There's nothing that the regular gym goers can do about it. It's gonna be a frickin' zoo. And these are the days where I'm like, damn, I wish that I was just so filthy fucking rich that I could just build a sweet little gym in my house and then just skip the first 6 weeks of the year and then go see all my homies. You know what I'm saying? Also, on the other side of that, I'm happy that you want to change your life and your body and your health goals and all of the things, but if you're going to be that person, stick to it. Don't fall out in 3 to 6 weeks like everybody else. You're better than that. You are better than that. I don't have to believe it. You have to believe it, but I believe in you. So whatever gym that you go to, and hopefully it's not mine, I'm saying that selfishly, I hope that you stick to your New Year's resolution if it has anything to do with getting fit, getting healthy, exercising more, just showing up, shit, whatever that may be. I'm happy for you and I want you to do it, but just don't be one of the schmucks that just stops showing up and just comes to, rue the day for 6 weeks of the year, or maybe even 3 weeks of the year. I don't look forward to it. I'm not looking forward to the gym tomorrow or Monday or any of the things right now. So just let me sit in my little pity party for a moment. Okay, my rant is over. Back to the New Year's resolutions. New Year's resolutions are great. I think they're actually fantastic. I don't believe in so much the New Year's resolution as much as I believe in consistent change. I feel like there should be, and this is just me, I feel like there should be like a quarterly resolution. You know what I'm saying? So, and 90 days, I think statistically, if you change a routine or a habit for 21 days straight, your body is used to it at that point. So a 30-day marker is fabulous because you're already beating the 21 days. 3 weeks consistently, 21 days. It's like, I don't know, this is some magical number, but if you really want to push it, 90 days. So I think that New Year's resolutions are fine and good and they're fabulous in so many ways, but that's just too much time for most people to stay consistent and remember why they're doing something, which I believe is probably why so many people fall off and they forget what their goals are or the reasons behind their goals and what they're doing to resolute in the first place. It's not so much a discipline problem because people just stack too many things on their goal list. And that's great. Be a go-getter. Do you. Make all these big plans and these big changes and everything. But it's just not smart. It's not the smart way to do New Year's resolutions, in my unsolicited opinion. You're doing too much at once. You're trying to change too many things. I think it's more smart to maybe, if you want to have a long list, pick a medium, small size list of habits to change and pick one, maybe two massive, insane, huge, life-changing goals. That's more realistic. I think it's great, the mindset that people have going into the new year and wanting to make all these changes, but they're simply just putting too much on their plate, and that's why they're failing. That's why they're not making it. That's why they're giving up. That's why they're letting it go. It's not that they don't have the discipline or the determination to do it. You guys have all of those things, but in reality, you might just be putting too much on your plate, and that's just causing you to lose quicker. So we gotta work around this, okay? One thing to focus on is making sure that your goals are outcome-based, okay? And what do I mean by that? Your goal, focus on what the outcome of your goal is. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Where does it go? What does it mean? What is the outcome of the goal that you're actually trying to reach? Whatever that goal may be, focus on what your why is behind that goal. That's like an easy trick. Why? Why do I want this? Why do I need this? Why does this have to change? Why does it have to move forward? What is your why? Why do you want it so freaking bad? Why do you want that goal? And throughout this process of holding yourself accountable and getting to that goal for a New Year's resolution, remember your why, because that is probably the most important part about that goal. You might not see it, you might not think so right now, but trust me, in the hard moments of getting there and pushing through the hardship to win and get your goal is going to be that why. Tony Robbins said it best, and he didn't say it to me. He did say it to my fiance many, many moons ago, because he had the luxury and the pleasure of getting to meet this man in person. And Tony Robbins told him, if the why is big enough, the how will follow. Right? Can we just soak that up for a second? If the why is big enough, the how will follow. What does that mean to you? It could mean a plethora of different things for everyone listening. But for me, that statement means don't worry about how you're going to do it. You'll figure it out along the way. But if what matters to you, if your goal is big enough and your reason why for accomplishing that goal is as massive and insane as it is, you're gonna figure out how to get it, because you're never gonna quit and you're never gonna give up, and you're just gonna keep going and going and going until you figure it out. And that goal will lead to another goal and another goal and another goal until your goals just keep getting bigger because you keep accomplishing them, okay? I hope that landed, and I hope that made sense, because there's a lot of feelings and thoughts behind that statement. But just remember, if your why is big enough, your how will follow. You just have to keep going. And going is baby steps. It's habits, habitual. How are we going to get there? How are we going to make these goals become our reality? And on the flip side of that, you just want to make sure that your goals are not identity driven. If your goals are identity based, then you're going to get wrapped up in it and you're not going to be able to see on the outside. So just focus on the outcome of what your goals are and what you want them to be. And a lot of times when you think that you should quit or you feel like giving up or you just don't want to do it anymore, a lot of times we don't realize that it's just self-rejection that we're doing. When there's like this little voice in our head that's telling us to give up because it's comfier to just stop, that's not what's going to get you to where you want to go. You have to have more self-trust. You have to trust in yourself more during this process. It's not going to be easy, but it is going to be worth it. Can I just briefly touch on hustle culture, by the way? Because all the time we hear, if you want it bad enough, you're going to suffer through it. I strongly disagree. And it's okay. I can be wrong about this because I'm not some like superhuman, super successful billionaire, whatever the fuck is going on in the world, obviously. So I can't speak to those who believe in hustle culture or sacrifice and suffer and go through all this shit. But there is actually a large amount of people who are wildly successful in many different ways, not just monetary, not socially, not famously. Like there's so many people that I know, like, and trust and adore that don't believe in that. And I'm one of the people who is kind of over the hustle culture. I think it's too much sometimes, and coming from me, too much, that's saying a lot, you know. Hello, Farrell, let's go. So I think it creates a lot of burnout in itself, and it's being pushed onto people, and people get lost in the hustle culture and they want so bad to pose as a hustler or be in that kind of mindset that they kind of lose the substance or the reason that they're doing something because they care so much about what it looks like. And if you actually flipped it on its head, on the backside of what that looks like from social media or from a photo or from an outside perspective, they're really not doing shit. They just have to feel like they're doing shit all the time. And it's great to suffer and it's great to sacrifice for the things that you love and you want and you care about and you want to change in your life. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but in my experience, the suffering and the sacrifices that I've made, I just wouldn't even word them that way because everything is necessary. Everything that you do for the things that you want and that you care about are necessary. And you're going to suffer and sacrifice to the extent that you allow yourself to. If you're able to accept things for what they truly are and appreciate them in the moments that they exist in your life, it doesn't so much feel like suffrage or like sacrifice because you understand that it is part of the process. And I don't know, maybe I just don't like those words. Maybe hustle culture is just not my vibe. I feel like there's so much hard shit in the world, like things that I haven't even experienced in my life, like war or giving birth or becoming a billionaire. There's some really hard shit on all different levels, on all different planks to walk. And I just feel like that hustle culture slogan has been overused, and people to me just seem a little fucking dramatic about it, if I'm being honest. Okay? Like I get to sit on a fucking mic and run my mouth every day, you know? So shit's not too bad. Shit could be way worse. Be grateful, hustle culture, wrap your brain around it. I don't know. I think just looking at things from a different perspective is maybe the way to go this year. I also think with making so many changes and doing different things, whether it be in your business, whether it be in your relationships, whether it be your lifestyle, your social life, whatever it is that you're trying to change in the new year, it can come with a lot of burnout. And I don't think that burnout is a weakness. I know we have all of our warriors out there. They're like, I don't get burnt out. I never get tired. I'm just go, 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 and I can't be stopped. That's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit, and I'll be the first bitch to say it. It is. And I don't care how bad you are. You can be bad to the bone for all you want. But people get burnt out. And just because they keep going when they're burnt out does not mean they're not burnt out. It shows up in every other area of your life. Your business might be booming. Your relationships might be great. Your home life might be perfect. Your social life might be at the tip top, but something going on is reflecting your burnout, whether you want to see it or not, whether you want to stop yourself and say, hey, whoa, I need a minute to connect with myself and get back to reality and remember the why I'm shooting for these crazy goals in the first place. People do get burnt out. And anybody who says that they don't is full of shit. And I don't care what they say, it happens. I've been on the opposing side of that. I've been on the asshole side of that. I've been on both ends of the spectrum, and it's a real thing. So I just don't want people to think that when they get burnt out and when they're going through the struggle of making their goals become their reality in the new year, that they don't, if they stop, or if you guys hold for a second and just come back down to earth, you're not less of a person. You're not weak. You're not failing. You're not giving up. You're not quitting. You're coming back to yourself and you're recouping. You have to recoup your energy. You have to give back to yourself. That's a strong shot of honesty. That's a reality check. And I know it's not one that everybody likes, especially for my male listeners. I know you guys can't stand it because you guys can't stop. And it's like, macho, manly, all of the things. And I respect you guys for that. It's fabulous in so many ways. But if you think that you're not burnt out, or if you're lying to yourself and know that you're burnt out and you think that nobody else can see it, or it's not going to pop up in other areas of your life, you're sorely mistaken. So just remember that and just use the moments of burnout when you just can't take it anymore. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Remember, all a burnout is your body communicating with you and saying, hold the phone. Let's take a step back. Let's hang out with each other for a minute. Your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, all the things. Just chill for a sec and come back to you and just take a beat and jump back into it the next day. Or the next weekend, or like whatever that time, it's different for everybody. Everybody does different shit in the world. But spend some time with yourself when you feel burnt out and then get back to your goal getting. So let's talk hustle versus sustainable self-trust. Why they're different. What does hustle tell you? Hustle tells you, do more, do more, do more. Go harder, wake up earlier, stay later. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Suffer, suffer, suffer. You will win. You will win. You will. And all those things are great. But to an extent, you have to have a sustainable self-trust in that process. If you don't, you're just going to hustle until you burn out and screw something up, which is going to set you 10 paces back anyway. We got to trust ourselves, people, and we have to do it in a sustainable way. Alignment tells you to do what is honest. What is true for you? What is honest to you? What is authentic to you about what you're doing and how you're doing it and what is needed in order to get there and achieve it? What is your truth? That should be more important than the hustle. And they can live together. They can live in a happy little home together. But you can't just choose one without the other because it's just, you're going to light on fire. Trust me. Ask me how I know. As long as you're staying honest and being truthful with yourself and keeping that alignment of what your goal is and the reason that you set off for it in the first place, you can't lose. But you got to combine that with your hustle. I think it's also important to factor in your identity-based habits over setting your extreme goals. Like the really, really crazy ones and the 20 ones that are going to make that crazy one happen, okay? Again, like I said before earlier in this episode, don't do 20 goals all at once. You're bound to screw something up. You're bound to get burnout. You're going to just put yourself in a hole. You might as well grab the shovel now. Pick one, maybe two major goals, and then crunch that habit list down that's going to create that one goal. Who do you have to become in order to make that outcome your reality? In order to make that goal real, what kind of person do you have to become to get there? For instance, New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution is that I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm just using this one as an example because I talked about the gym earlier, and I know this is a big one for people every single year. It's just the easiest one to go to. Okay. New Year's resolution, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. Great. What is the science behind that? What's the plan? What's the game plan? How are we getting there? 20 pounds. Cool. Is there a plan? Because if you just say, oh, this is what my New Year's resolution is, this is what I'm going to focus on, you have to create the habits behind that 20-pound loss. If you just say you're going to do something and you're like, I went to the gym this morning and I'm going to go back tomorrow and I'll go back tomorrow and I'll go back tomorrow. What if you don't? What if you sleep in? What if you hit snooze and you miss your alarm? What if something comes up and you're like, oh, I got to go after work today, but it's also my sister's birthday. So instead, I'm going to go meet her at the restaurant. We'll do a couple shots and then, no, this is where it goes bad. This is where it goes downhill. You see where I'm going with this? You guys know where I'm going with this. So 20 pounds, create the habits, the identity habits that you have to build in order to make that goal come true. What are these habits? I'm going to go to the gym at 6 a.m. every day before work. I'm going to work out 4 to 6 days a week. Whatever it is for you. Monday through Thursday. Great. I'm just making this up. Also, I'm going to cut out fried food. I'm going to cut out soda. I'm going to not eat after 8 p.m. I'm going to drink at least a half a gallon of water a day. Great. Write these things down, and then you have to do the habits, because this is what's going to make those 20 pounds go away. Also, not just a 20-pound goal. Your goal should be 2 to 3 pounds per week. How many weeks do you need to sustain this to get to that 20-pound goal, right? It's a time, it's a process, it's an identity. You're creating the habits behind your goal, and you're becoming the person to be disciplined enough to make those habits your routine. They're habitual. They're a part of your every single day. Before you know it, it's going to be like 90 days in, and you're going to have lost more than 20 pounds at that point. But make the things behind it, the habits, to make the goal come true, simple. Simplify them. What it actually looks like. Come up with a game plan. That way you're not like everybody else, or the 80% who loses in middle of February or gives up on day 14 of January. We're not going to be those people this year. Okay? We've got plans, we've got goals. A question you could ask yourself is, what is something that would make my life feel 10% lighter? Not 20%, not 50%, definitely not 100%, because that's not realistic, but just 10%. What is something that can make your life feel 10% lighter than it is right now? What is heavy for you? Is it work? Is it a relationship? Is it a friendship? Is it the gym? It could be literally anything. What does it look like? And how can you move that around in order to make 2026 10% lighter? Right off the bat, right out of the gate. Do you need to hire somebody? Do you need to fire somebody? Do you need to step out of the social scene? Do you need to step into the social scene? Like what is going to make you feel a little bit more whole and make something else in your life feel a little bit lighter, just by 10%, and pick that. If you don't have a specific goal in mind, or like any life-changing thing that you want to work on this year, I doubt that. But some people are like, nah, dude, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm fit as a fiddle. Cool. So then just look at something that can make your life 10% lighter and choose that. I think in 2026, it's very important that people redefine what success means to them, because we search for success in all different areas of life. We search for it in our personal life. We search for it in our monetary life. We search for it in our lifestyle, in our social style, in our wardrobe. Like people view success in so many ways that won't even make sense to most of us, because we usually view success in really one way. So we're kind of completely obtuse to everything outside of it. So this year, for me personally, I'm more focused on not so much output, because I feel like output kind of sits closer to the bucket of hustle culture and leads to burnout. So I'm not focusing on so much output, because I'm focusing on what comes natural. And I'm also not focusing on the aesthetic of what it looks like. And it's not that I don't care what things look like, and I'm not busting my ass to make them just so, because we know my personality, but I'm just using me as an example. I'm focused on alignment this year. it has to mean something real for me. It has to be true for me, inside and out, all the way in, all the way out. If it doesn't align with my goals and what I'm doing, I'm not putting the time and energy into it, whether that's people, places, things, business ships, friendships, relationships, anything. And I strongly advise you to do the same thing, because I'm in the headspace of I'm redefining what success looks like for me in multiple areas. One specifically in the show, because the show is one of the most important things to me at this point in my life. So find something that you're doing right now, pick it apart and dive into it and say, this is what's working. We'll keep doing that. This is what's not working. We're not doing that anymore. This is a distraction. We're kicking that out. And what does the success of what I'm building right now look like? And who do I need to become in order to make that so? What is the goal behind this successful thing that I want to blow it up, that I want to make it bigger, that I want to make it better, that I want to, maybe your thing that you pick, you want to completely offload it. You're like, nah, thought it was for me. Maybe not. Pick something new, pick something bigger, pick something harder. That's totally okay too. But this year, I think redefining what success means in January is crucial, because it is a year of all new things. Like, this is a very, very big year of change. It's a number 1 year. It's the year of the horse. There's a lot of wild shit that's going to happen. So saddle up, baby, because we've got work to do. As most of you know, I freaking love motivation, but we have to remember that self-trust compounds way faster and way more than motivation. So keep that in mind. And it is so important to stay authentic and focus on being aligned with your goals and what you want to change and what you want to grow into, because consistency is easier when you're actually building the life you want to live. You actually need to like the life that you're living. What a thought. What a dream. What a concept. Stay consistent with that this year. So how do we do it? What are we doing? How are we going to get there? What are we opting into and what are we opting out of this year? Big question to ask. Honestly, you guys should get a little freaking piece of paper, walk over to your printer, grab a pen, and draw that Venn diagram. You know which one I'm talking about. It's 3rd grade, baby. Let's go. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that, but it would be helpful. I'm probably going to do that. So if you want to draw a little Venn diagram with me, feel free. I feel like we think we need more pressure, and pressure creates productivity. It doesn't. You don't need more pressure to be productive. What you do need is to be honest with yourself. And that is truly, truly, truly one of the hardest things for us to do, because we're human and we care and we think about a bunch of shit that doesn't really matter, and we get consumed and we get distracted and we're all over the place sometimes. I get it, but we got to be honest with ourselves. And if it's hard for you to be honest with yourself, find yourself a buddy who can be honest with you. So instead of New Year's resolutions this year, we're going to get nitty and gritty, okay? We're going to get down with it. Number 1, just pick one non-negotiable. One. What is one non-negotiable that you need to do this year in order to become a better version of yourself, in order to build your business stronger, in order to strengthen your friendships or your relationships? What are you trying to change? And what has to change in order to get it? Pick one non-negotiable. It can't change. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Pick one. Could be anything. Mine in 2023 was changing my relationship with alcohol. My non-negotiable was I'm not drinking alcohol. I didn't know how long that was going to last for. 3 years later, still chilling. Just change one thing. It's a non-negotiable. Can be anything. Pick it. One release. We are releasing something. Could be anything. Again, it could be a friendship. It could be a situationship. It could be a family ship, a business ship. It could be anything. It could be your relationship with something. It could be spending, could be eating, could be drinking, could be social media, the scrolling. Release something. One thing. We're adding one non-negotiable to 2026, and we're releasing one thing for 2026. It's in the wind. It's out there. It's going. It's gone. So far away, I can't even smell it anymore. And pick an identity upgrade. Again, just one. For example, keeping promises to yourself. Upgrade your identity, self-respect, choosing yourself first. Could be physical appearance. Maybe you just want to dress up and show up more, show out more, be more consistent. Upgrade your identity. And whatever you promise yourself you're going to do as an upgrade to your self-respect, you have to honor it. And you have to keep going. You will thank yourself within at least 21 days. At 90, you won't even recognize yourself anymore. So pick one thing to upgrade your identity. I mean, and you guys don't have to get crazy with these either. A non-negotiable could be something as simple as a daily walk. Okay, after dinner every day, I'm going to take my dog for a walk, or I'm just going to put my headphones in and walk, or I'm just going to vibe out on the wind and go for a walk. Shit, that's an easy non-negotiable. Or a release could be not overbooking yourself. You don't have to do something every single weekend. That's another level of burnout that has nothing to do with your career that's just exhausting. And I watch so many of my friends do it. It hurts my soul for them because they're just tired all the time. And it's okay. Like, I get wanting to please and show up and be around. And some people have really bad FOMO, and some people are just like, oh, I'd feel obligated, whatever. That could be an easy release too. And if you're struggling on how to do this or how to figure out a list of what to release, what's your non-negotiable, and how to pick an upgrade, ask yourself some questions. Does this energize me? Yes or no? If it energizes you, probably going in a good direction. If it doesn't, maybe it's time to release it. Maybe it's a non-negotiable. You can flip the things that don't bring you peace and don't bring you a positive state of mind and decide what you want to do with it. Does this respect my season? What season of your life are you in? No, I'm not talking about winter or spring or summer or fall. What season of your life are you in? Are you in party season? Are you in work season? Are you in flow season? Are you in family season? What thing are you focusing on? And who is the person behind that season? And it could be more than any of the things that I just listed. Like, you know what season you're in. I really can't explain that one to you. Whatever season you're in, if it fits in that season and it makes sense and it's bringing value and you have value to give to that thing, welcome it into your season. If it doesn't, that's for another season. And we'll see you in a few months. This is my favorite one. Would I still want this without applause? This is such an important question. And I think that you should ask yourself this every single day. Sometimes, if there weren't people watching, if there was no applause, if there was no comment, if there was no like button, if there was no heart, if there was no DM, if there was no nothing, if there was no applause behind something that you're doing, would you still want it? Would you still do it? Would the meaning behind that thing still be the same? If the answer to that is ever no, you probably should release that. Let it go. It's a non-negotiable at that point. I mean, really, because then you're just doing something for the wrong reason. And that applies not to everything. Sometimes if you're an influencer, you're on social media, you have to do certain things, whatever, I get it. And you can give yourself a pass for that. But for me personally, if it's not something that you would do without getting recognition for it or validation for it, then it's kind of in the category of being inauthentic and you're just doing it for the wrong reason at that point. And that is not me shitting on whatever that thing is for you. That's just a question to ask yourself in the process. And if you would receive an applause for it, would you still do it? Would you still want to? If you don't, maybe just skip over that and replace it with something that's more authentic and honest for you. Because if it requires self-betrayal, it's not a goal at that point. It's a freaking trap. And you're going to just keep snowballing from that. And then you're going to get caught into a hustle that's inauthentic to you. And that's going to rub off. And people are going to notice that. And they're going to see that. And you, more importantly, are going to be like, holy shit, how did I get here? Even if you created something incredible and you're miserable inside, you're trapped. And then you got to come up with a whole new concept and a whole different thing and get yourself out of it. So just remember not to betray yourself and focus on what aligns with your goals this season. It's January. It's 2026. It's a whole new freaking year. You can be whoever you want to be. Just be real. Be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Set goals. Be realistic and become the person you have to be in order to make those dreams come true. Make those goals your reality in 2026. Some of you might be questioning how to stay consistent if your motivation changes throughout the process, and that's okay. Honestly, I love motivation and we know that. So if your motivation is fading, remember your why. I talked about this at the beginning of the episode. Remember why you're doing it. It can be because of a person. It could be because of a relationship that you have with someone else or the relationship that you have with yourself. It could be because of a dream that you've always wanted to make your reality. It could be literally, I mean, I could go on and on and on. It could be literally anything, and I'm not going to be able to guess what your why is behind that. But in order to stay consistent when you're not motivated, remember why you're doing it in the first place. Because that reason, that why, should light your soul on freaking fire. And in the down moments and in the hard moments and the days that you want to give up or you don't even want to get out of bed, remember why you started in the first place. And also, in that process, remember that if you give up or if you quit now, you're never even going to get close to it. But the further and further and further that you go and that you get, and the more consistency that you have and you build, you're going to be able to look back and be like, damn, if I wouldn't have started then, I wouldn't be where I am today. So when you don't have motivation and you feel like crap and you just want to implode, you can ask yourself if you're burning out, or just remember why you did it in the first place. What if you just actually need structure and you're telling yourself that you're quitting too soon? Then create structure. I mean, that's the easiest way to get around that. Build yourself a plan. I am the most freaking spirit child, sun child. Like, I'm all over the place some days. Some days I'm on top of my shit. And as we know as women, we have these like weeks, and I don't know any of them because I don't practice and pay attention. I'm like the worst when I go into my gynecologist and she asks me all these questions. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know what day of the week it is, girl. But I'm here and I made it and I'm on time. So let's do the damn thing, you know? So it's chaotic. If you're a very creative person like myself and you're kind of all over the place, create structure for yourself. You will thank me later. I am a split personality. I am all creator on one side and I'm like A-type on the other side, but I'm only A-type personality with specific things. On the other side, I'm like, no, I'll figure it out. I'll get to it when I get to it. I have no idea. I'm on the 7-minute plan. So create a structure, ways that you can do that. Get a calendar. Get a freaking calendar. They're connected to everybody has a Gmail at this point. Use your calendar, book on your calendar, get things situated. Lists. I'm a big list person. I write things down. I don't need to put it in a computer so much as I need to write it down. If I write it down, it's like in my long-term, like permanent memory. Then whatever I write down, I have to put in my computer. So a little alarm goes off and says, Savana, you have to leave right now. Create structure for yourself. What works for you with the schedule that you already have? Create the structure and then follow it. It's there to help you. But don't quit, and don't think that you're quitting too soon if you don't have structure. That just means that you need to create some. So many people worry about the pressure behind setting goals, because when you set a goal, you have now told yourself, hey, I'm going to do something. And I told myself I'm going to do something. Actually, very many people are not like this. They'll set a goal and they'll totally wash it away. We're not those people though, right? We're feral. So when we say we're going to do something, we're actually going to do it. Okay? Yes, there is pressure that comes with doing that. There comes pressure with telling yourself, because now you actually have to show up and you have to stand on business and say, hey, I'm going to do this because I said that I was, and I'm a woman of my word, or I'm a man of my word. Great. Don't worry so much about the pressure. It can be taxing and it can be overwhelming, but don't let yourself overthink it, because you're the one that created it in the first place. I think that the pressure with setting goals is when you tell other people about your goals, because then people start asking you about your goals and they wonder, and there's like timestamps and it comes up in conversation. Also, that's not something to fear, and it's not something to drive away from. Share your goals with people. There's a subconscious that we have. Maybe it's just me, but I think a lot of us have this. When you tell other people things that you're doing or what you're going to do, it helps hold you accountable. It's like your subconscious is now holding your conscious mind accountable, because it's like, oh shit, somebody knows, this person knows, and that person knows, and she asked me, and I'm going to see them, and I know they're going to bring it up. Good. Stress yourself out a little bit. A little pressure never hurts nobody, okay? Pearls need pressure. Diamonds, it's all pressure, baby. So don't worry so much about the pressure. It's kind of a good thing. and thrive in it. Remember why you're doing it, and don't let the pressure overwhelm you. Sometimes it's just necessary, and a lot of times your pressure is just a voice in your head trying to talk you out of everything and overstress you and cause you to analyze every little aspect of it. But remember, you created it. You created the goal for yourself. That you're the most important thing. Anybody else's opinion outside of your goal shouldn't even freaking matter. So don't let outside pressures come in. Just stay focused. Where are my peaceful people at? Where are they? I know I've got some in here. I can smell them. I don't know why I can smell everything. I actually really can't smell shit most of the time, but apparently today I can smell a lot. So my peaceful people, what if your only goal this year is to have peace in 2026? Whether you're a peaceful person or if you're just a crazy person looking for peace, that's okay. Peace can be your only goal. If peace is your only goal this year, when something comes up that is not peaceful for you and is seeping in, or it could be, let me think of an example. Even if something is hard for you and you want peace around it, face it. Because a lot of times I think we think being peaceful or having peace in our life is shutting things out. And in a lot of senses, it is. Some things are necessary to just shut out. That is a fact. But some things that require coming to peace with require you to face them and open up about it and confront it head on. So if you are somebody that's choosing peace, don't just be a person who's closing a bunch of doors and windows, because that's a trap too. And you're going to box yourself in, and the universe will pick up on that. And they'll be like, well, she just wants to sit inside her box, so we can't really send her much because she's icing everybody out. Some things are meant to be iced out. Some things are meant to be faced straight on. So if you need more peace and you're just focused on peace in 2026, remove what's necessary to remove and face what's necessary to face in order to create peace for yourself. But yes, you can absolutely only be focused on having peace in 2026. Your goals are yours to choose, my love. What if you're worried that everybody in your world is grinding around you and you're the only person opting out? Cool. Not to go all Mel Robbins on you, but let them. Maybe that's just their style. You can grind in a different way too. Grinding doesn't, people that are just like all the time, that are just chaos driven, that just thrive in it, their grind just looks different. And it looks different for you because you don't grind in that way. You're like a silent grinder. Like if you're anything like me, I grind in the middle of the night, and not in a sexual way, even though that too. Just kidding. I mean, let me just call a spade a spade. No, but people grind in different ways. Some people are super loud about it. Some people are chaotic about it. Some people are super quiet and incognito about it. There's many, many different ways to grind. So maybe just remember that your grind and their grind might just not look the same. Their version of yours might be like, they're not even working hard. They're not doing this enough. They're in blah, 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 because it doesn't match. There's different levels of grind, and you can choose which one you are. And you can do that without judging other people for their grind. But don't worry about other people grinding around you and you feel like you're opting out, or that you're not working hard enough, or you're not focused. You're like, it's okay to look different. Also, if you are opting out and you're like, dude, I'm not grinding shit. I'm just going with the flow. That's cool, but own that. Don't start to worry about what people are doing around you if you're not in that area of life. If you're not at that state, if you're not in that season, don't look on the outside. Don't look into February when you're living in January. Don't worry about what's going to happen in fall when it's still springtime. You feel me? Don't consume your mind with those thoughts, because it's just, one, it's going to bring you down. It's going to cost you a lot of questioning to yourself. It's going to cause you a lot of mental gymnastics that you really just can't afford at that point. But if everyone around you is grinding in a different way than you, or you've just chosen to opt out, whatever the case may be, maybe that's a sign that you need to surround yourself with different people. Maybe you're just on a different spectrum. Maybe you're on a different path. Maybe you're going on a different journey, and you need to find other people who align with you and align with the version of yourself that you're becoming and align with the goals that you're setting for yourself. Pick and choose. But question it and ask yourself, what level of grinding are you on? Are you really just opting out, or is your grind a little bit different? All right, before I jump off with you guys, we're going to play a little game, and then I'll send you off on your feral Friday so you can have a feral weekend, okay? We're going to play feral or fake. If it's feral, it's aligned. We're in alignment. If it's fake, it's burnout bait, baby. Number 1, waking up at 5 a.m. no matter what. That's an easy give for me. You guys know that I'm going to say feral because I already do that. So that seems a little bit unfair. However, if you're a person who wakes up at 7, 8, 9, holy shit, if you're waking up at 9, we need to have a little powwow. You got to shoot me an email, give me a call, because we've got a lot we're burning a little bit too much time. But it's burnout bait and fake if you're trying to jump from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. You're going to burn yourself out. You're going to be so freaking tired. You're going to miss out on other things in the day. You're going to have to take a freaking nap. You got to build up to that. So it's feral and it's fake. It just depends on what phase of your life you're in and what your sleeping schedule is. I'm huge on sleep. My sleep routine is next freaking level. You guys, I actually need to make a whole video on this because it's a lot. It's a real thing. It's a real ritual that I do. So if you are a person who's waking up later and you're like, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day, don't burn yourself out. Creep up into it. Start with an hour increment. If you're really a go-getter, 30 minutes, an inch up to your 5 a.m. Once you hit 5 a.m., you'll be there forever if you want to be. I've been waking up at 5 a.m. for 3 years. So it's a real thing. Take it from me. 2, building habits that match your energy. That is feral. It's so feral, you better freaking do it. If it matches your energy, you're never gonna be worn out by it anyways. Everything should match your energy. Your people, your friends, your places, your things, your clothes, everything that you do, it should match your energy. And if it's not, get rid of it, phase it out. We gotta go, we gotta release it. That is feral, that is not fake. All or nothing challenges, number 3. All or nothing challenges. I'm actually going to say fake. That's burnout bait 100%. Some people are just not all or nothing people. I love an all or nothing person, but you're setting yourself up for failure because you're gonna burn out. So again, it kind of goes back to what I was saying before. It is feral if it aligns with you. If that is your personality trait, yes, feral to the nth degree. But if it's not, you're gonna burn yourself up. So you gotta creep up to that. You gotta build into that person, that version of yourself. So double-edged sword. Quitting something that drains you. Number 4, yes, feral. You should, but also I don't like the word quitting, okay? Quitting implies that you're a quitter and that you're giving up, and there's a very negative connotation on that, so I don't want you guys to tell yourself that you're quitting. Even if it's something that's shitty and it sucks and it's draining you, yes, we're gonna get rid of it, but what we're going to do is we're going to come to peace with it. We're gonna have a conversation with it because it could be a person, it could be a place, it could be a thing, it could be a job, it could be a lot of things, right? So it's not so much that we're quitting what drains us, we're confronting it, we're removing it from our lives, and we're gonna replace it with something that electrifies us, that gives us energy, that adds a value to your life, that makes something better for you, makes you a better person, okay? So it's not quitting necessarily. We're gonna replace what drains us with something that makes us feel alive, because that is the feral way, baby. Number 5, last but certainly not least, slow progress that's actually sustainable. Slow progress you can actually sustain is absolutely feral. You're being realistic. You're actually setting yourself up to win that way. That way you're not gonna lose. If you lose that way, then you may have just quit and given up. And that would be not good on you. But if you're really building a strategy and you're being sustainable and you're being realistic with your goals, that is the best way to win. Slowly but surely, okay? You guys know the story about the rabbit and the hare, right? I mean, not the rabbit and the hare. The tortoise and the hare. Huh, jeez. The hare goes and goes and goes, and he runs around the tortoise, and he just keeps going. He's like, this is as fast as I can go. I'm just keeping my pace. Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-bing, ba-bing. And he freaking wins. And the hare literally ran circles around the tortoise, and the tortoise was sustainable, and he was strong, and he believed in himself, and he just kept going, and he was realistic with his goals, and he said, if I just keep moving at this pace and I don't pay attention to the hare, I'm gonna win. I'm just gonna keep going. And whether I win or I lose, I'm still gonna get there. And I'm still gonna reach my goal, and I still did it. So just keep moving. Be the tortoise this year. It's the year of the horse, but be the freaking tortoise in the story, okay? That is feral. That is the feral way. Slow and sustainable wins the race, baby. All right, that wraps it up for this Feral Friday. I had so much fun with you guys. I hope that you really, really had the best freaking holiday. I hope you're already enjoying the new year. I hope all the good things are happening. All the good things are coming. You're communicating with your God and your universe and your spirit guides and all of the things, all of your guardian angels and ancestors and all the things. It's a new year. We got to communicate. We got to be happy. We got to stay positive. We got to set crazy goals. I had so much fun with you guys today. I hope you guys had as much fun with me. I'm wishing you all of the best blessings. I hope that you prosper and you love and you have happiness and all of your dreams come true and all of your goals are set and you're ready and you're motivated and you're determined and you're gonna get it. It's gonna be freaking great. 2026, what a year to be alive. What a time to be alive. If you guys don't follow the show, you better start following the show at Feral the Podcast across all platforms. If you don't follow me, go ahead and give me a follow at Savana_Montana. You guys know where to find me. If you guys have any crazy feral stories of your own, could be the holiday, could be personal life, could be what you're stepping into, could be what you're stepping out of, please email me your stories at feral@savannahmontana.com. Watch the show on YouTube. We have guest episodes air on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you guys know you always get me on Feral Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Friday. I love you. Happy New Year. I will see you guys next week. And until then, stay feral. Subscribe, like, follow. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else, but probably leave me 5 stars. Okay, love you. Bye.